Ah, a lovely sight to see. A laggy wolf in its natural habitat. Oh, don't we love to see it happen. Oh dear, great Scott of fire. It took exactly 4 minutes to have the Wolfinator's lag spike. Oh. And as you can see here, we have a track. Oh dear. Let's play a game called How Many Times Does It Take to Wolf Disconnect? Answer. Well, there's one done already. So, as you can see, there is many Genettas. There's one, there's two, there's a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, a ninth. There's 10 Genettas. We've got a calf. That would be, who would that be? Span off Super Dan in that supercar. Actually, what is that? Toyota? Never mind, we won't find that out. Oh, moved back in the session. Good to see that indeed. As we look at mass car go off the track there, down out of the corkscrew there into that tricky third last corner, and into the second here. So the fastest person right now is currently a 1:29.1 by Mini 1972. Second quickest is Raisley. 10th off with Ruv third. Amatica is fourth. Broken Arrow is fifth. A red person is sixth. A Daints is seventh. Abort is eighth. Super Dan ninth. Kim Kardashian is 10th. OK is 11th. Geo is 12th. And Lag Spike is 13th. Because just look, would you look at that? Wow! Amazing! And here you can see the mighty gravel trap in its natural habitat. You can see there, if you look carefully, you can see the actual pixels of the track. It's a beautiful shot here of gravel. This is an unprecedented view of gravel, by the way. Just saying, this is beautiful. I've never seen something so beautiful in my life. Just look at, just admire the gravel trap. Can we all just take a second to admire this gravel trap? It's just amazing. Well, let's get on to another view. Oh, we've got a car off down at, where's that? Is there already a car off? That'd be not Super Dan, not Boss, not Dan. Who was that? I think it would have been Massacre. Span. Yep, was Massacre. So, Massacre is out on track, currently fastest still Mini, Razy second, Ruv is third, fourth Massacre on track with his teammate Red 15 as well. The Broken Arrow there, currently sixth there, with Dan in the purple car, seventh. Vort side by side with currently someone else, with Kim. Ocam in his destroyed car, we've got his teammates obviously with Geo. Evil Dragon there, don't know who this Evil Dragon is, but he is in that car, and Damio is currently last. So we'll go and see Red 15 coming through the corner sideways. A beautiful shot there to see. Absolutely on the edge there. As he comes up the crest and down into the braking zone. Yep. As again, someone invites me despite knowledge that I'm not playing with him. People just don't understand. So let's go and moan at him. And we'll be back right now, as after finishing moaning at someone, we'll continue on our merry way. So, Red 15 for that. He's doing quite well, as I have a tiny bit of a yawn, of course. If you didn't know, if you didn't watch last stream I did around here, I died. But I'm feeling like I'm not going to die today. Let's really look. Who should we go and watch? Let's go and watch... Is there anyone on track, actually? Let's go and watch Geo come through the final corner. He set a bad first sector and a bad second... Well, he's got the average second sector here. Right on board of him as he comes across the line. So we've got 1 minute 30 seconds to go, so we won't be able to finish our lap times if we wanted. Let's see who actually could finish the lap time. So Massacre couldn't. So we're right on board with Massacre anyway. As he comes around the final corner. Let's see, does he improve? He's set an OK first sector, an OK second sector, and he goes fastest. Just a 10th under that. Quicker than Mini. Let's see what can his teammate do. Red. So he set an OK first sector, an OK second sector as well. He'll come across the line, and does he improve? No, he does not. As people come, looks like out the pit lane there. Obviously that'll be in vain, of course, because there isn't any time to be setting laps here. as we watch Gio Milian come up to the corkscrew, and down the corkscrew he will go. Let's see, exiting the corkscrew, pretty good line there through the corner. Of course, currently only 15 people in this lobby. As we watch Gio come through the final few corners in the Ginetta labs. Everyone else is in the Ginetta, apart from a few people who are not in Ginettas. It was the last corner. He set an average first sector, an average second sector. And he'll come down to the line to set a ninth position. That time as Wolf is angry in the chat because it seems someone has joined without joining. That's very odd there. Has actually joined us. Yes. It seems that there is two people who is one person. As we get ready into qualifying, then and Bortz is still side by side with another car, and that would be some person I can't remember. So who should we ride on board with? Let's ride on board with Raisley and Ralva. As he spins out the pit lane, just for good measure, as I actually do the original thing and just go lie down because that's better for me to do. Commentate Ross lying down. Of course, not drinking any water because I don't drink water because I haven't got any here. Hurrah! Massive car spinning off into the barriers, and he's back into the pit lane, jumping his way in. I think I was told you can do that if you're damaged, but you cannot reset the car low, which counteracts itself entirely. As Wolf says, K strains that. Hopefully he will be okay, and if he doesn't, he could always join me doing some talky. And he can just say yes all the time. Meanwhile, we've come down the hill through the corkscrew. Very, very hard to do corner. I think it's about 10-story drop there. From the top of the hill all the way to the bottom here. It's a massive, massive incline. As he comes towards the final corner to start his lap with his teammate Raisley just behind him and all over the back of him here. So let's see, will these two work together and give each other slipstream there? So are they going to be doing the Ferrari here in the white cars, a little like Stewart F1 teams? So we'll watch on board with Raisley here, on board with this camera because I can, as he locks up into turn number 1. That won't be too effective. Okay, it might be a bit effective. Okay, it will be effective. It won't actually help his lap time, but it will give him probably quite a good exit out the corner as Wolf continues his moan here as he actually manages to join out, what is good for him. So as we watch Rulov here come past a slower moving car, obviously low blue flags I think would be out to say that he's meant to get out of that way, as we have 12 minutes to go in qualifying here. As we watch everyone come towards the first sector, it's pretty much identical sector times kind of with those two drivers. Roloff actually the quickest man right now on the first sector here. As he comes down to the hill, breaks in, gets out. I think that's about second gear corner that. A fourth up to fifth here. As he rides down here, it's a fourth gear corner here as Wolf Paradox has disconnected there. As the two cars run wide lap, the two Axel cars that are liveried in the Project Cars sponsors. As they come through to the final corner, let's see the sector time of 24. And Dance has got a good 24 there, so it's a bit quicker there, but not by too much, so it should be quickest for them. And let's see, is second place going to go to Raisley? It will. Let's see who else has got a good sector there. Red 15 will jump up to third position. As we watch Bortlen come through there, as Damio jumps up as well. As I get my first comment apparently, even though I've had that for a while, so yes, apparently the stream is about 4 years late. Super Dan out on his start of his lap. As we watch Mini come across the line and jump himself up to 4th position. Who else is coming through on their lap time? So we've got Gremlin. I'll call him Gremlin, or Geo as it would be pronounced. He's set an okay first sector. Not the best first sector of everyone, but it's quicker than Damio here. It's a big slide through the second. There into the second sector split as he comes down towards the last few corners of the lap. And let's see what it shall be as he breaks down into the final few corners. It's an okay last corner, a bit wide. Might actually prove him to be a bit costly here as he comes up to the line. And it jumps him up to 6th position then. So it's been an okay lap. US is currently on their lap time. Broken starts his lap, super down on a lap there as well. But is almost 2 seconds slower there. So as I message and invite Mr. Cotton, WW, not W, it'd be D. Oh, has he gone offline actually? Yes, he has. Oh, that's a shame. Well, he could have joined me. But he seems that his internet has gone and hanged itself. Nevertheless, Ruv is currently fastest. 4 tenths quicker than Red. And this is why I was planning quitting this bullshit a couple of weeks ago, says Wolfman. Hopefully I don't go and get myself in trouble for saying that. Sony BT, utterly shit. Well, people have their opinions. I think BT and Sony, well, Sony's good. BT, I can't say too much about that one. Meanwhile, Mini coming down to the final few corners to start his lap here. As the car's getting out the way, people hitting cones behind. But I think it's all going to be okay on that behalf. As we've got Mini then. 8 minutes to go in this session. As Kim also starts his lap. Ocam as well. As you watch Sports coming through the final 3 corners there. I think to start a lap as well. I think it is actually done a lap. So let's see who's currently going pretty quickly. Big slide there by Broken Arrow coming down the corkscrew. And out the corner he will go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Please, please hang me now. So, who's currently doing a good sector times? There's a picture of track. Razorly comes through the final corners. Have we got very good first sector there on with Mini there. He said a beautiful first sector. Indeed, Wolf is absolutely furious there about his disconnection here. Unfortunately, I don't think he will be able to get back in. He might be if he actually hurries, but I don't think he's really in a hurry, to be honest. I think, to be honest, he's more wanting to punch the producer in the face. Ah. So he's just got unstable internet, overall general. Mini goes fastest then. He said a beautiful thing there. Exactly 1/10 quicker than Rob there. 6 minutes to go as well of this session. So Red 15 then what can he do? He's currently coming through the top of the track. The first sector has been pretty okay. As Wolf says, he is not going to be wasting any more time, as I saw someone there off the track. There's Red 15. Comes down the corkscrew there in the red, white and a bit of blue car that looks very, very nice indeed. As he comes through to those final few corners here with only just over 5 minutes 40 seconds to go there. As if I said 5:50, that would be pretty inaccurate because it's 5:40. As we'll say goodbye to Wolf as he actually decides to leave and doesn't want to just go and watch me talk for a long stop. Across the line, actually to start a lap time actually I think, unless he's already set one, I'm not exactly sure. Raisley as well. Now, Massacre. So let's see who is on a lap time here. First sector and second sector done them. For Dance. And I will see, Vector, if I can do that trick at the start. Knowing me, it won't end well. But we'll give it a good old shot in the arm. Let's see who's on a good lap. So pretty equal there for Massacre, Raisley and Red there. Only a few temps out between, only 3 temps out indeed there. So let's see who is going quickly low. Red 15's on the quickest sector currently as he comes up the hill into the corkscrew there. You've got a car ahead of. That'll be Raisley there and Red 15. Or Red 15, Massacre slightly ahead as well. So let's see. Second sectors. Really good sector for Raisley there. He's actually pulled a bit of time in. But not as much as Red, who is almost, I think that's a second almost up on him. So Red 15 on an absolute storming lap it seems by far. Excellent jump to conclusion. He comes through the final corner. A car span out on his left it seemed. As he comes down to the line. Let's see what's he going to be. Is he going to be fastest? No, it is not. It isn't. It is an improvement. It only puts him 2 temps behind the car ahead. So it's a big improvement there as Raisley pits in. Massacre comes out the pit lane. So, who is currently going fast here? Well, it's been an okay lap then for Kim as he comes down to the corkscrew. Chased by another car as he goes out the way onto the gravel there. Out of the corner and overtaken by, which I believe would be Ruv there. Let's see. Ruv there. Indeed it is in that beautiful white car. The Project Cars livery. So, who else is on track? We got Massacre, I think was that. No, that's not Massacre. Massacre is in that car. A purple car would be Dance, so it would be Dance's teammate. So is Bort, who is absolutely all over the shot here. We've got Kim there. And Ocam crossing the line to start his lap time now. Still slowest of the lot. In fact, if I wanted to do it, I probably could set a faster lap time. Saying I won't because I'm terrible at this game, but if I really want to put effort in, I might, as cheeky corner cut there from Ocam, who actually gets punished for it. As resistance is futile. Broken Arrow out on track lane, coming out the pit lane. Massacre coming down to the final few corners. He's set, I think that's a bad first sector. He's completely off the pace there in the second sector. He is off the pace as well, so this is probably a banker lap for him. As Ruv continuing to go a bit faster here. He's actually improved, it seems, actually. No, wait, no, that's better. Another one up. Ruv, let's see, what can he do? He's an okay first sector, an okay second sector, but that's not really what counts. It's that third sector as he gets on the grass and on the gravel. Would be that grass? I think that would be counted as grass there on the exit of the corner. Of course, we're only about, I think, not too much of a drive, about maybe an hour or 2 drive from Los Angeles here. So, of course, that might explain why we are very, very much in a deserty kind of area, because clearly LA is near a desert. So, a few things about this track. It is one of the, not if the most hardest track in America probably. The only reason it's really hard is because this corner here, as he watches Gio go down it, that corkscrew. I think as far as I'm correct, it's a 12-story drop here around this beautiful, beautiful track here. Doesn't rain too much of course, but does host the MotoGP World Championship as well. Obviously I've not far as I know, does not host an F1 race around here. Because if they did, the suspensions would break in half. 1 minute to go then, and it does seem very likely that Mini will claim pole position here. Unless someone can disperse him here, but he has got a 1/10 bonus. Ruv isn't on a lap, Red isn't on a lap, Razor is not on a lap. Massacre is in the pits. Who else can beat it? Go, Geo's in the pits. Super Dan doesn't improve. What can Kim do? He's set a bad first sector lap. He's set a really good middle sector low, but it's 2 seconds off Dan's lap time. So he's out of quali. So with only 30 seconds to go, we already have our order, which isn't very good to see. I'd like to see in a last lap battle. But Mini will have pole position. Rovler will have second. Red 15 has locked third. Razorly has locked fourth. A Massacre has locked fifth. Broken Arrow is in sixth. Dan seventh. Geo will line up 8th place as we get confirmation there. 8th place will go to Geo. Damio will be 9th. Super Dan will be 10th. Bort will be 11th. Kim 12th. Ocam 13th. I'll be 14th. And an Apocalypse will be 15th position. Oh, as we go into Sunday warm-up, because that's clearly a different day. 4 minutes then to see who has actually got. Well, I presume this is just a little bit of a warm-up here. At the cinematic camera, just press a button and reverse off the grid. I will crash into the car that's on my left, or will be on the right. I presume will be on the right there as everyone leaves that pit lane. As you see, Geo in that beautiful car there, but of course, the person we all look to be beating will be Mini in that lovely Ducato here, the number 21 indeed, as I am 100 apparently, and that's good. 98, another 98, that's going to get confusing, and that's better. 98, which is actually purple. Okay, they're all just purple, they're all the same car. 21 there for Damio. Him there, who is not that car, he is actually that car, but supposed to be that car because the game wants to be confusing. So as you watch Geo sliding through the corner, locking up the tyres. Who do I think could be good in the session? So cars I think could be doing a pretty ominous thing here. Well, it could be Mini. Maybe battling could go on between the midfield there, of course. Between maybe Borts, I think could be a bit of a threat here. Follow midfields there. Of course, a few others indeed could propose a threat. Now, the cars I don't think are really going to be doing too much of effort here and maybe doing the best here would be a few of the slower cars, as everyone I think chucks itself back into the pit lane as we watch Geo come through that final corner. Of course, this is only warm-up, so qualifying cannot be changed. Let's see, will Geo line up on the grid and try and do a practice stop? No, he doesn't, so he's actually, I think, doing a lap time. In fact, he does, but he is almost 10 seconds slower than a Massacre, which isn't the best thing you want to see. So who else is on track then? Of course, they won't really be setting too competitive lap times, and to be honest, too bothered. Let's be having a little. If the car is broken out, we'll go second then. Let's see who else is on a lap time. As you got Super Dan sliding and tapping the gravel there. Not going to be gravel, it'll be more. I'm not sure would that be gravel or would that be technically just dirt in the dirt then. I'd say it's not really gravel. The gravel would be. I'm not sure if this track actually has proper gravel here as they go down the hill at the corkscrew and carry on the merry way. Let's see, has this track got gravel? As far as I know, it should have some gravel on the outside there, but I don't think it has it anymore. It used to quite a long time ago, about maybe 7 years ago, but I think they've got rid of that now and just got concrete barrier and death. Because America likes to do it the hard way. I think there's gravel actually really out far there, and a bit of gravel through the final corner if you run wide enough. Let's see, he goes fourth, but obviously not on a lap time indeed. As you have a nice shot there of Ruv going through the track. It's a beautiful shot here. Beautiful shot. As you can see him going up there. That's actually a really nice shot to see, actually. We're not about to see him for too long as he goes up the hill. You can see him still there. He's still in the distance. I can't see him anymore. Game. I mean, sure. I mean, it shows us the track at least. I mean, it shows how big of a mountain that actually is. But not really the best shot ever. I mean, you can see the track up there. And I mean, you can't really see too much else. But you can see there's the top where the corkscrew is. I mean, just a mountain. You can see, or you could, if you saw, I could see the car as he comes out the hill. We'll see it about now come out the corner. And there it is coming down towards the next few corners. This is actually a really nice camera to see. I hope you're enjoying this camera as much as I should be. As he comes through that final few corners. Out of it. And the session's over. So we'll get a picture of the barrier. So, practice. Well, not warm-up. Sunday warm-up is done. The pre-race practice is all done. We shall now be going into this race to see who will be going quickest. As Wolf Paradox joins and disconnects immediately. The game didn't disqualify me.
Box. Let's see if we can fix it. We're going to lose a lap at least.
Nevertheless, we're lights out and away we all go, and there seems to be carnage then. The engineer wants me to box. I'm not boxing. Brilliant start by Mini though. Red 15 all behind, everyone bunting up. Ginetta going everywhere. And they were going to make it through turn number 1. I think they may have. Massacre seems to be out the race already. So it's not gone well for him. But everyone is off. It all looks like to be a cleanest start then. Mini to Ruv, to Red, to Broken. Raisley sits up fourth. There is a move there for Red, but he's gone too deep. He's going to run out of room. He has run out of room. And he gets overtaken by Arrow. That allows Raisley through as well then, who looks like to be trying up the inside of Broken, but I don't think he's going to be brave enough there. He isn't. There's contact as well. Red gets sucked out again. And a contact there between the Ginettas. Ginetta is everywhere, like we said. It's absolute carnage here as we go towards the corkscrew corner. What a start here as he got cars around the outside. Super down there and taking opportunity to go round the outside. He gets the job done, but there is more contact. And he is in the barrier as well. It's all kicking off here then on the opening lap here of the US Grand Prix here. As we've got cars spinning off in the background there. And there's absolute carnage going off there as Damio spins off as well. What a start going on here then. And all this, Mini leads, Ruv second, Dan's third then. So he's had an absolute storming start there. From where he started then as Raisley defends from Broken Arrow, or the other way around should we say. As they try and catch up, there is a bit of a slow exit there for the beautiful curl there. I can't remember what number it will be. We'll find out when he comes past. The number is blurry. Number 83 then. Try to remember that number though. Raisley thinking about up the inside, but is just not close enough yet. So that's an absolute carnage going off there. People making moves. People like Dance absolutely storming starts. People like Red 15 dropping back from where they started there. There's an overtake there for Super Dan and Geo there having a battle. Also, we've got a car off, and it's Kim going off into the grass, into the dirt there. And let's see, is he going to get overtaken by Damien there, who has a big slide through the corner as well. Super Dan there. As there's been a move for the lead then, as Rov, I haven't caught it, I didn't see it. Rov has overtaken, should I say, by Mini. And we have a new leader. But that leader is going a bit wide, and can Mini launch an attack, a counter already? I don't think he'll be doing it straight away then. As Broken Arrow starts to catch up to Danes. Red 15 having a bit of a slide. Raisley in the gravel. Well, the gravel there, Super Dan. Off the track as well. As Damio touching the same bit of grass as gravel. It's be dirt, to be honest, than gravel or, well, anything else, to be honest. As Damio, there is Rov and Mini get together. Dance has had a problem for Dance. We saw him go off into the grass, and it's all gone wrong. I think he's got a bit of a problem with the car. As Raisley runs himself out of room at the top of the corkscrew as well. It's all going off here in the beginning of the race. Meanwhile, up front, Mini and Rov, the battle for the lead. We didn't see the overtake happen, but can there be a change again? It seems like Rov's got damage to the back of the car. You can see all the scratches on it. But beautiful stuff then for these drivers here. So the Wolf Paradox disconnects again. There's a bit of a battle going on then between Bort. Looks like Bort, Okam and Kim there almost coming together. For a second I thought there could be contact. Meanwhile, we watch the battle for the lead. There's a big slide and almost contact there. Mini taking evasive action there and almost hits Roloff here, who's had a horrible accident there. And it's going to drop our heap of positions. Willie drops behind Red. Just about kept it away though. Almost made contact. Mini, great evasive action there to avoid a humongous impact that would have been. And all this as Dance goes into the gravel as well, proving that he is struggling in the purple car. I'm surprised Raisley isn't already going to get past him, and dropping back and back and back. So that must have been a really good start as he drops back down the field. But did Rov crack under pressure from Mini? That'll be a talking point here. And a talking point, and there wasn't any contact either, but beautiful stuff either way from the pair of the drivers. As Dance is now overtaken by Raisley up the inside to a diving move there from Raisley in the Project Cars liveried white car. Let's see if Dance can't get the slipstream and try and launch one back up the inside. But I presume he's too far back. Meanwhile, as we watch through the order, Damio, Kim, Okam all pretty near each other here. This could be interesting to see. This is all the battle for 10th position then. Let's see, can Damio in the Janetta, which is pretty nimble in a straight line, overtake Kim in that car? That's a very interesting car. Looks like a chocolate wrapper. Doesn't seem to be, but he gets a good exit. Will he try up the inside? There'll only be contact there, and he thinks better of it. So, with only 5 laps down, or 4, I think it'll be 5. Yes, we're on lap 5 of 39, so Mini leads, Red 15 second there, as we've got a big slide there from Damio there, who dematerialises into a tyre barrier. Rob 15 Broken Arrow there is going to be chased by Raisley, with Dan, Geo, Super Dan, Bort and Okam there, with Kim and Damio there. And Massacre is the first retirement of the race, unless something happened I don't know. There's another big slide there from Damio there as he comes up to the hill. Meanwhile, Red 15 has had a rub. Don't know exactly what's happened there, and I didn't really catch that. She missed all the good battles going, and we seem to miss there. As for a second, I thought Broken Arrow was going straight on then. But catches it all together. Geo touching the dirt. Super Dan running wide. Bort's having a slide. Damio and Kim side by side then. So I thought these two could be having a battle. They are. Here we go. Can he go on the outside? Damio late on the brakes. They're almost made contact. They have made contact. He squeezed him, but he'll get past in the end. Oh no. Oh, don't worry. It's okay. Minnie is ahead of Red. Ruff is dropping back then. Raisley is ahead of Broken Arrow. So every time I'm not liking a battle happens. Damio is behind Kim again. So whatever I seem to do, the battle seems to be the opposite of it. There's a bit of a lock up there as almost makes contact to the back is Damien, who gets a good exit and almost makes contact again down to the corkscrew. Around the outside there isn't going to be an opportunity you can try and overtake. It's better to stay behind as off goes the car of Kim, and fast he goes. Easy done, easy goes, and he is through up into 11th position. Watch out though if he doesn't try and re-overtake it. But I definitely presume that is too big of a gap. Meanwhile, Red 15 could be chasing down the lead there. His last lap was a second quicker. But it means it won't take that long to be having a battle here. Mamio. Kim obviously still dropped back, of course. And seems to be dropping a bit back there as Damio now seems to be trying to attack Oakham then. In the other Ginetta, one of the many Ginettas, he runs wide. And oh, no, never mind. Forget that. Scrap that bit. Never mind was a never mind. He lagged. For a second I thought he was going for a spin. He was not. Bit of a jukes from the game then, with 32 laps to go. And he has gone off this time. Is that another lag bit? I don't think it is this time. He has made a mistake. So it's all gone wrong then for Oakham. Kim goes past. Damio goes past. He locks up a little bit there into the corkscrew. But nevertheless, we'll keep the position then. Meanwhile, Bortz then going straight past Super Dan there, who's seems to have a problem, and he's in the pit lane. So Super Dan has a problem as he pits in. Seems to be right front problem. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead there is wide and off the track goes Red 15, and that'll be a penalty for him. No, it's not, for I thought it would be. He's a bit slow, so actually maybe he has got a penalty then. Second sector proves it. A second and a half down. Well, just over a second then, so all the work he's just done has just been undone. As Raisley runs a bit wide then. So if you have any questions you wish to ask me, put them down in the comments and I will try and answer them as Super Dan leaves that pit lane. Hi guys, jump start black flag. So a black flag for Massacre there. If I would have got a jump start that'd be good, but I just got a penalty for it, which is annoying. So, let's see who is battling. not really too much battle there. Rob and Raisley getting close together. Actually saying that pulling away, actually, generally speaking, the last lap was pretty their fastest laps are pretty similar, but the last lap, a nice 1:31, so a round number there. As Red 15 continues to hopefully try and catch their car ahead, but is actually very much slower than Mini. As Super Dan locks up there, proving that he is struggling horribly. As well, some things happen in sport. You can never make things go the right way. Mistakes happen, we always have to learn from them. Meanwhile, talking of mistakes, Dance goes off the track there towards the last corner, but they'll keep the car going in a straight line, luckily enough, and to carry on his merry way. So to reiterate the order currently of the races, we get towards our first lapping for Mini, what will be to a lap, Super Dan. So Mini leads this race by a bit of a margin then. Luckily not too much of a margin, but there's a big enough margin anyway. Second place is Red 15. Third is Ruv. Fourth is Raisley. A Broken Arrow is in fifth. Dance is sixth. Gio van der Gaard is currently seventh. Bortz, who looked like he had a little bit of a mistake into the final corner, is eighth. Damio is now 9th, Kim is 10th, Okam's 11th, Super Dan's cut the corner, a Massacre is 13th, and then there's us two then who aren't racing. Super Dan there, who's just been lapped by the leader then, so it wasn't who I thought it would have been. It wasn't a G, well, I think it would have been actually. It would. Red 15 might slightly being caught up actually. It looks like that by, no, exactly not actually. Let's see the second times though, the lap difference between second and third position. As he comes across the line, what's his lap time? Pretty much slower, bit slower than his teammates. So there could be a battle hopefully in the future then between these. Actually, no, never mind. 2 seconds difference. Broken Arrow is the one who's catching. Gio getting, looks like maybe getting caught there as well. That could be an interesting thing to see there. But Red 15 definitely quicker than as he slightly starts to catch. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, maybe he'll be on the back of the car ahead. As you can see, he's only just there into the corkscrew, and here coming up to the corkscrew as well. But he's got traffic in the way, so the blue flags will be in the way. Blue flag, blue flag, blue flag. He should be going then, as he must be Sebastian Vettel right now. Probably getting hot under the collar as he tries to catch and overtake the cars ahead, who are lapped down as off the track goes. I think that will be Oakam there, and that'll be Super Dan just ahead as well. So there's been an overtake there. Super Dan has just overtaken Oakam there. As Red 15 gets all up back of him. Let's see, will he let him through? Not yet, he hasn't. His lap time actually loses a little bit of time there as he laps these cars. As the blue flag should definitely be waving here for that car, and he's just not letting him through yet. And now he does, so he has actually got the message just as I say it, and lets him go through. Ruv though, he's staying just back there as Raisley makes a pit stop. So the first pit stop of the race. I said the first pit stop of the race. Raisley, you gonna start driving? He hasn't got a glitch, has he? I fear that could happen. No, he's on his way finally. As Damio goes off at the corkscrew there, but keeps it all together. As Super Dan starts to pull away there from Oakam there. Kim down there in last place, and obviously a Massacre who has been disqualified from the session for a jump start. If only I got a disqualification for the jump start. Of course, it didn't because the game's biased. So, as we lots Mini. Who has actually, I've just realised it, has been overtaken. And I've missed it again. Now, I'm very terrible at missing these things. So I really should try and get on top of it. But Mini has spun, it seems. Mini has spun, dropped behind, and I missed it. And I can't believe I've done this again. As we watch Dance come to lap his teammate. There should be an easy lapping there. Shouldn't be who holding up. And he lets him through. His broken arrow in the pit lane. As Ocam is in the sand. As Raisley performs the undercut and pulls away quite a bit more from that car. So a very interesting mistake then, and I didn't see it, and I'm kicking myself I haven't seen it, but he's missed an opportunity there. You've missed an opportunity indeed to see an incident in action, as Red 15 heads for the pit lane. A pretty horrible pit lane this is, a chicane indeed in the middle of it. And the pit lane will come Mini as well, who comes steaming in. Does he hit the wall as well? Yes, he does. I think everyone hits the wall there. So, we'll have a new leader, and it will be Ruv then. In the Ginetta car. Of course, they're all in Ginettas pretty much, apart from a few that I think, if I'm correct, were in the Toyotas. But Ruv in the Project Cars livery there takes the lead. And this will mean that Daisy will... Not Daisy? Who was Daisy? I don't know. Dan should take up second position then, as Red 15 is back out. We could be close actually between these two. Let's see, who is it going to be? It will be, should be Super Dan. Not Super Dan, should be Dance. Not Super Dance, is one's a bit wide as well for the Merry Mezza. Of course, no blue flags obliged for this driver here. He, if he wants to stay out, can stay out and try and hold second position here. Watch out low. That Red 15 isn't overtaken by Mini then, who like we said did spin, it seemed. So he had a bad lap as he laps a cup. Raisley then far ahead there, and a big gap there to Super Dan, Damio, Bort, Ocam and Kim still in their battle then. That's Gio down in last place, far off the field then. As Ruv pits in then from the lead of the race. Of course, he inherited the lead after the other drivers pitted, but he's out of sync, so he will drop back down to what it would be, I think, third or maybe fourth position then. Dance continues on for another lap. As Mini now starts to close in a little bit then. Almost a second quicker in that middle sector, so Mini showing that he's a lot more harder on the tyres it seems, but pulls off the results, as I thought for a second that Fred was in the gravel then. So Dance leads this race then, but is still I think out of sync from Red 15. Mini, Ruv exits the pit lane then ahead of his teammate Raisley. There's Broken Arrow starting to drop back then, who set a pretty bad few corners then. As the quickest man on the track is Raisley, as we say, with a 1:28 currently and a 1:29 for his last lap, so flying then right now as we have half the race completed. Meanwhile, We might have a battle for position. Mini and Red are closing up again. And we could have a battle on our hands here between the two genetic cars. Let's see it in action. These two have been the fastest drivers of the day here, and they are being caught by Rub as well, so we could have a three-way scrap in a minute. And off goes Mini then into the gravel, into the grass. He's pushed too hard, but he keeps going. He keeps his foot in. But running wide, so that won't help his battle at all. And into the pit lane comes Red. He's in the pits again. What on earth has happened here? And all this does say that Dance is still leading this race. He leads the American Grand Prix for another lap. So he's obviously going long on his stint. That's why he might be going a bit slow and might be caught up, but he is going long. Raisley jumps up to 4th as Red 15 pits and gets on his way again. So something's happened. We'll like to know after the race what is going on. Why he's had to make another pit stop so early on. But all this means, as we watch the leader come through the corner, second place is a few seconds back and is going a lot quicker. As you can see, the top drivers starting to catch up then as Mini comes to lap. I believe that is his teammate, so let's see. Will the 21 be able to get ahead of its teammate, who is also, I think, will be in the 22 car then? Or to be in the 20? I'm not exactly too certain there. So he runs a little bit wide again and almost made contact with his teammate there. Trying to lap each other as he runs right into the gravel again. And being caught up still by the cars behind as he runs a little bit wide as well through the final corner. Now let's see what a bit of in-team battles going on here, in-team strategy. Will he let him straight through, or will he try and hold him off the best he can? Will he try and hold off the 98? Let's see, the 98 makes a move up the inside and he darts him through easy enough. No bother trying to fight the lapped car. So lets him through. I thought maybe he might try and make it difficult and help his teammate out, but doesn't seem to be the case right now. Meanwhile, up front, still getting slightly caught now by Mini, is the leader. So the three-way scrap still closing in there. Raisley sitting back there comfortably then in 4th place there as Red 15 starts on his merry way again and tries to catch up to everyone ahead. As Damio is all a lap down as well, so just shows how quick these drivers are. Meanwhile, the top 3 closing up again. As another 2 seconds taken out for Mini then. So he's closed up by another 2 seconds this lap. So absolutely, well, brilliant driving to say the least. As he hits the gravel a bit there. But I'll keep him going then for a little bit there. As in the pit lane comes the lead up as Dance pits in. Well, watch out still, we might have a battle. Ruv has been caught. Ruv and Mini are still pretty close together. As Dance comes in, that'll give the podium position to Raisley. God, these people are beyond me. Can't race without spin out. Neither can I. That's why I'm doing the commentary. Bit of a grass touching there for these two drivers as well as they come up the hill. And the rise to the top of the story. 22 laps to go. And Mini leads. Ruv 2nd. Raisley 3rd. Arrow 4th. Red 15 5th. Damio 7th. The 6th, as I say, there is actually all over the back of Dance here. So let's see if a bit of here up the inside there. That's a brave move. How does he get the move done? Let's see. He's on the outside and he should have the position. Yes, he does. So brilliant overtake there by Red 15 on Dans, who is absolutely struggling right now in the car, and I'm baffled that he is not so quick there. And he's absolutely got no pace whatsoever in the car, as he slowly drops further back there. They're actually not too far behind Broken Arrow, who makes a bit of a mistake on the corkscrew there. Rovler has made a mistake, it seems, there. He's dropped a few seconds back there to Mini there. He's now dropping back towards his teammate. His Dance laps Super Dan. Damio there locking up into turn number 1 with Bortz all over the back of him there, but catching as well. I'd see could have been overtaken. There is Bortz right over the back of him in the same place his teammate was overtaken. For the corner, he locks up there. Unjustifiably didn't see where he was going, as I don't even know what I just said then. But catching up there. Kim though getting caught by Super Dan. As we see Gio having a bit of a lag spike into the corner with his teammate further back there. So we've only got 12 people in this race, so we've lost a few people from the race, of course. Massacre obviously left quite recently after being disqualified for jumping the start. Like I said, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments and I will try to answer them to the best of our standards here. As we watch Bortz, who is actually ahead of Damir actually now. So I've missed another overtake. I'm just doing brilliant at this. I need just someone to be just being the director here, who knows where all the action's going on. Fortunately, I have to do it myself as Red 15 and Broken Arrow touch each other there, coming towards the penultimate corner. Let's see, though, out of the corner. Red 15 in the Ginetta there against Arrow in the Ginetta. Bison just called Ginetta, so the 83 versus the 87. Let's see, up the inside he goes, dives up the inside, gives him room. Let's see, has he got the outside? He has, but the position's already gone. Brilliant move there for Red 15 up the inside, superior on the brakes, and past he goes. Oh, a bit of a slide there as well for Broken Arrow on the exit, just for good measure. Ruv dropping back from Mini there, as his teammate has pitted again. So Raisley in the pits and out the pit lane he goes with 20 laps to go. Damir then gets lapped by a car. Super Dan, Kim, Gio, Bort's going a bit slowly. Ocam there. And that's the order still fast. Not really too much going on as of yet. As we got a lap car going off the track there. And that was what's Dance then. Raisley there. Apart from that, not too much action going on. So we shall go on the famous nature documentary of Evil Dragon, probably, if nothing happens in the next few minutes. If you don't know what that is, it's where I talk about absolutely nothing for a few minutes, as we watch Red 15 lap a car. Broken Arrow dropping back. That might be getting caught by Bortz a little bit here. Let's see, the laps are actually further away, so never mind. Meanwhile, slightly quicker there. Red 15 slightly quicker than Ruv that, but not by much at all. So not really going to be catching anytime soon. So right now, who would I think's doing really well? Well, the start by Dance was an absolute electric one there, as he's actually has caught up to Broken Arrow then, who's just been overtaken Well, I thought for a second he'd been overtaken by Mini. He's just been that by his teammate, would have been, if I'm correct, that would be Damio then. Yes, it is. Who then lets them through again. Who then makes life difficult there for the car of Dance there, who holds up a little bit there, so Dance will not be pleased with that at all there. He got kind of squeezed a little bit there, but will get through on the straight. And yes, he lets him through. His Dance gives the authority and squeezes him a little bit there, basically saying, what the hell are you doing? Stay behind me, you're a back marker, that's what you're meant to do. Dance is behind Broken Arrow, as my voice has a little bit of a crack there. But that won't affect me by too much there. As Broken Arrow gets ahead of another lapped car, whilst I go and check Twitter, and hopefully when I do this something doesn't happen, which it normally does. So let's go and see, has anything happened ahead? Well, the answer to that is not, as far as I can see, as we see Dance overtaking a lap car. Raisley there, Raisley is almost a whole lap ahead of his car, who is behind him. So Raisley is now having a very silent race. The Super Dan goes off the track. As Damio pits, will be for his final time. Gio sitting there pretty lonely in 9th place there. Pretty far ahead of Port, who is miles ahead of Kim, who is miles ahead of Ocam there, as we just saw. If anyone saw that then, we'll watch it back on stream to confirm it. Oh dear, haven't we got a naughty boy here then? Ocam has just cut the pit lane line, which should mean an immediate penalty for him then. He should not be doing that at all. As Gio goes a bit grass cutting there. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Ruv seems to be slightly catching leader now. Indeed, slightly quicker than, about a 10th second quicker than Mini, so slightly now catching back up again. Red 15 back up to 3rd, who is quicker than all of these guys ahead, but indeed is quite a far way down actually, so not very good there. Is that time actually matching Ruv a bit quicker indeed, as I yawn again. And hello everyone, if you're just joining here for round 1 of the GT4 Championship here in the Laguna Seca circuit in the United States of America. As soon as I say that, Super Dan pits. So he should give the position to Gio, unless Gio decides to come in the well. Let's see. No, he does not. So, what's been going on in this race? Ocam going off at turn 1. Gets himself a penalty, so it's not going very well for him. And hello to Spencer, who is in the chat. As I continue my changing names, last time I was Evil, and now I am Evil. Magical changing name, it never ends. And we've got a car off the track there. Who is that who's gone off? It is Ocam, who is basically just turned into a brick wall. Not really doing much. I mean, it's a brick wall that's driving, but, you know, as he gets lapped by a car. Let's really look through the field. Who is battling? We've got Broken Arrow and Dance closing up. Ruv, who is slightly... No, he's not. Meru, no, he's not. For a second I thought he was catching Mini, He was catching Mini. He's not anymore. Broken Arrow on the curb. Gets his car still going. Not spinning out at all. Raisley sitting there comfortably in 6th place. All alone. Nothing there to comfort him really. Gio in 7th. He's caught up a little bit though. But not by much in fact. Raisley is by far the quickest man on track right now actually. A whole 4, 5 tenths quicker, almost a second or 2 quicker than these cars ahead. So proving that Raisley should be roughly, I think, around about 4th place right now, but is not 4th place at all as he runs right out the track. There's a mistake as Bort lets a leader through, as you probably would expect him to go so slowly on a straight. Not really much else going on here with 14 laps to go, so like I said, any comments, any questions for me and about the series or about generally, well, anything really, as long as it's something I probably can answer, I'll probably attempt to answer it. Basically turn it into a baby Q&A session whilst we wait and what people have accidents here. As Ruv, for a second I thought was trying to overtake the leader, is not overtaking the leader. In fact, is overtaking a lapped car. This dance one's a bit wide there. I saw going down the little bit of the corner, but it'll get away with that normally. Has Broken Arrow pits in and will be overtaken. By Raisley there, he's overtaken now. He just disappeared it seemed though. But he is ahead as Gio comes in the pit lane and grazes the wall there. Ports should overtake them. Might overtake the car ahead. Let's see, is Broken Arrow going to stick within those rules as well? I presume he will. I don't see him want to break rules. Let's see, does he? Yeah, he'll keep in the rules, so good on him. Realising that you can't really cheat that, because if you do it normally gives you penalties. If you watch Gio, let's see when he comes up the pit lane. Will he be a good boy? We'll wait for him to come out the pit lane as we look to see that there's no mysterious changes of position. There is not, as Gio leaves that pit lane. And let's see, does he cut the white line and does he cut the pit lane? If he does, he'll be a naughty boy. Yes, he does again. Naughty, naughty there. And the steward should be having a look at that one there. He should not be doing things like that. That is very naughty of him indeed. Just because he wants to probably get positions, cutting the corner does not help that one at all. So, Broken Arrow then. It will be probably catching up. There's Red 15. Pits in. So we say Red 15 leaves the pit lane. That's a quick stop then for him. It must have been a splash and dash then. With that. Or I'm missing something. He does the pit lane properly. And will continue on his merry way. As we watch Damio then starting to catch Kim up then. So the person who keeps cutting the pit lane versus one of the people who is probably one of the better racers that I've seen, obviously in a bad car. If all the setups are equal, he is probably one of the quicker drivers out there on his day, on the right track. As Gio tries to make a move then, is he going to try and lunge on up the inside? He does, and there are contact. He bounces him wide and pushes him wide and throws him off. And a dirty, dirty driver there for Gio, pushing another car off the track then. So very dirty driving there. I'm surprised Kim hasn't just tried to take him out. Hairpin time? I don't think that'll be allowed in the series, but if it was, I'd probably be doing it every day. Damio, Super Dan there, are close together. No battling going on for the lead. Ruv is still leading. Mini is still second. As we watch a very wild car get out of the way. Almost makes contact there, so that was very close indeed. As we watch a car going wide and it's super down as off goes Damio there. Big slide there and past he goes. So these two guys slipping and sliding in the conditions there. As up the inside goes a lap car. No, he doesn't. That's a bit of an awkward position that is on the inside. If I was him, I would probably try to just go up the inside there and then let the drivers through on the straight if he's too slow. Who is that anyway? Is that Damio? That's not Damio, that's Damio. That's a very annoying car as up the inside goes there and there's contact and Damio is forced off the track onto the gravel. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Who was it? It would be Ocam. He's been having a few problems. He's one of the drivers who have been causing a few incidents. Yes, I do crash like that every day. There. Sad face. Likes if you cry every day. But a very weird thing there, and I'm certain that there'll be a bit of a talking after this race as Damio pulls a slide through the corner. Mini pretty far behind Ruv now. I thought it was the other way around a while ago. Well, that's probably because Mini's made a pit stop actually. Because you can see it's 205 and unless he died, that'd be why. Ruv makes a pit stop then as well. This is legit exciting to watch. Battle for the lead then. Let's see. Will Ruv underfill that car to try and get out the pit lane? So if he wants to do it, he wants to be out the pit lane right now. And he is not. So he is not trying to overtake that car. So this could make Dance go through as actually comes out now. Raisley there. So let's see. Any battling going on. We've got Damio locking up, who is obviously behind Super Dan after being absolutely battered off the tracks by a car of Ocam, who made a stupid move to attempt to overtake a leader, caused a crash, put him off the track, ruined his battle and watching and me talking over it. Let's see, any battling going on? I don't really see too much going on here. We've got Ruv then, who is now not too far behind. And there is he what? The lapped car get overlapped, underlapped, lapped in general. We've got Dance who wanted a little bit wide there, slowed a little bit down. Raisley there, red 15, tapping the gravel out of the turn, broken there. Super Dan, who is now very far ahead of Damio, who's just been lapped. We've gone with Gio Vandergaard, currently in 9th. Bort, who is looking to be a bit bored. Kim, Ocam, who is gone off again, letting cars through, so proving once and for all he's struggling in the car. Of course, I think he'll be having a few words to after this race as he watched two cars go side by side there. As, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, would you look at that? It's David Coulthard. And he's going to get back going? Yes, he is, but I'm surprised he's not been told you've given a warning. Stop driving like this. It's very dirty and it's very silly to do. I don't think he really cares what he's doing right now, but he didn't realise it's being watched as Raisley comes in the pit lane and like them. Oh, does do the same thing, but doesn't go flat out into a wall. Now let's see. Who is it who just pit? Ocam. Now,
we're expecting some rain in the next 30 minutes, so keep your eyes open.
Rain in the next 30 minutes. We have rain for the next 30 minutes. Let's see. Will Ocam cut the corner? No. See, Ocam isn't as bad as Geo, who cut the corner. Yeah, indeed. And I want to ask you, Vector, is it illegal to cut the pit lane line? Because as we watch Geo going off the track, I don't know what he's doing. As it's actually raining, it's bucking it down here in Laguna Seca. Rain is falling. Is it illegal to cut the pit lane? As we watch Geo fly off the track, as we watch Bortz fly off the track as well. Demio carries on, but it's raining. Well, let's just say Geo carries on. So, having said of that much, let's go through the order. Mini leads. Dance is now second. Ruv is third, who is going to be overtaken by Red here. Let's see, it could be close. It won't be close. Oh, pardon me as I burp inside. Red 15 is fourth. Arrow is fifth. Raisley sixth. Super Dan Dan is seventh. Demio is in the gravel in 8th. Geo Vandergaard is 9th. King Kardashian is still 10th. Bortz is going into combs nearly. Dav is at 12th. And that is it, as I think that it would be it. As we watch Geo locking up his brakes, as saying hello to Vince, who's joined us in the chat. If you didn't know, was racing in the GT3 race, as far as I remember, unless I've gone and broken, which is very likely. 7 laps to go. And the battle for the lead isn't really hotting up, to be honest. Dance is now second. Ruv is currently third as the rain starts to fall in the desert heat. Second race, I've noticed it's rained when it's a desert. Now, I'm not one to really ask for this, but it's a bit interesting. Raining, we are technically in a desert kind of area. It's a savannah, to be honest, kind of this. As you can see, because it's not really sand, it's not really grass, and it's not really anything, to be honest. It's more just dirt. Meanwhile, Red 50 is going a bit wide there, trying to catch up to the back of Ruv, who locks up a little bit there. So let's see. Red 15 then against Ruv. Let's see. Round the outside. I'll be up the inside then into this corner. Be easy enough. Easy goes. Can he hold it around the outside though? He tries. But no cigar there. And past he goes. So Red 15 dispatches of the car, but one's a little bit wide, but should be okay there to carry on. And Vector said they're doing well. They're currently 6th and 4th place, which is an okay position there. But right now, an absolute storming drive and doing brilliant right now will be Dance, as long as he doesn't go and throw it away as soon as I say his name, which he has. Commentator's curse. Every man's love. So is he going to pit in? Yeah, he does. Does he manage to get it stopped into the pit lane? Everyone's been struggling in this pit lane, and he's another victim. Spread 15. That's his teammate. Ruv is on the back of him. Let's see, can Ruv do anything in the slipstream of Red? Let's see. Has he gone down to turn number 1? Is he going to try and make a move up the inside? It'd be a dive up if he does. He doesn't think of it, but he's close there. Can he try and slip it on up the inside? He does. Fair play to him though, but he'll have the outside there, which is not the ideal line. And he will not get the position there this time. Let's see, can he do a cut back? Can he do anything? Not really, as far as I know. In fact, he starts dropping back. Broken arrow there. 4th there, who gets ahead of Dance's pits as well. And drops him back down to 6th. As we've got Raisley there, who almost makes contact with the car and does make contact with Broken Arrow there, they bang tyres. Try and go for the same bit of tarmac there as carnage going on there as the 21, the lap car of, if I'm correct, is Damio there in the way. Bit of an impact there, bit of controversy there, is actually unvapping himself now. This is interesting. As far as that's not the leader, no it's not. That's pretty amazing to see there as Red 15 goes wide and Ruv goes up the inside. Beautiful stuff for him. Dance on the other hand, catching Raisley and Arrow there by a rate of absolute bonkers here. As these two stuck behind the car. And is that Glock going slowly? It is! It's Glock! And almost sliding off the track there. There's going to be more contact. They don't somehow hit each other. For a second I thought it was Aquaplaning straight into the lap car here. Look at this stuff here, lads. On the inside! Past both of them goes Dance. He goes off the track as well, but I think that's actually a good line for him. As long as he doesn't go far off the track. Here he does! Oh, what a shame! And in the pit lane goes Broken Arrow then. He just manages to get the car stopped into the pit lane, of course. Everyone's in the pit lane there. Dance will carry on though. 5 laps to go. On lap 35 or 39. And a pretty big lead now for Mini then. Second place, Ruv. Third, Raisley, so doing well. 4, Kapalala, whatever it's called. There, as leads 2 drivers there, but watch out for Dan, who is doing brilliantly, because I say in the race. He will probably be the driver of the day if he manages to get a podium, because he's been doing everything right. He started down the field, avoided all the impacts and incidents and drama happened on the opening lap, and it's just driven the absolute socks off that car. As the rain starts to pour here in the desert. As we got Gio running a bit wide and sliding down the corkscrew here. Getting caught by Super Dan. Damio there. Even Lores as Bortz there in the other purple car. Right down the field, struggling his way as we watch Gio sliding his way through the corner there. That's Super Dan, not Gio. That's Gio. Let's see, is he going to come in? Nope. Meanwhile, Super Dan decides this is too wet. I'm going to try and come in. And bang. In the pit wall. That's a thing that these drivers are struggling as Dan has overtaken Raisley here. He's gone straight on into the wall nearly. Oh, he has. Oh, no, the game's decided. No, you're going in the pit lane. Have one. You're in. 4 laps to go then. It's looking very more likely that we're going to have the leader of Mini. Ruv second, Dan looks to be third as we watch Broken Arrow drifting pretty much sideways through the corner there, down to the bottom of the hill as Gio slides off as well. Damio sliding. Bortz back keeping on track just about. Sliding a little bit as well as Dan runs his mechanic over. Kim sliding through the corners, it chucks it down here in the desert. And me and the other commentators, Ocam locks up at the top of the corkscrew and almost goes off. Super Dan in the pit lane. Gets the car turned in just about. Carries on there as you watch Damio and Gio have a bit of a squabble here. I think Damio's just completely and utterly done Gio. And yes, he has. The fact that Gio's gone straight off the track there. Raisley, on the other hand, not really got much to do, to be honest. He's been closed up there as he watch the Dancler, who is in third. As he watch Ruv there, and there's so pretty big gap there. So let's see. There's Raisley then. Les, leader. You can kind of see where I'm coming from here. Big gap. But Ruv is getting caught up a little bit there. A whole second a lap now by Ruv there. But I don't think we're going to have time. Surely we're not going to have time for Ruv to get the leader. First sector of 34 to a 32. So very much could be actually. 2 seconds quicker in the first sector then. What's a second sector? What is a second sector going to be? A 27. 25, 2 seconds quicker a lap. So we very much could be having a battle then. As the falls and buckets down in the desert. Normally it could be motorbikes and things. Right now you're going to need paddle boats round here in a minute. You very much might have a paddle boat round here. It's not very often it rains here, but when it does, it pours, and it is right now. The battle for the lead with 2 laps to go. A 37 to a 35 to a 34. 3 seconds quicker. As off goes Mini. He's made a mistake. But he's still leading. As the rain continues to fall. Who's going to be winning this race? I haven't seen this much excitement since the last few laps of Canada 2011. Could we have a change of lead on the final few laps? Ruv has... Not Ruv, that's not Ruv. That's Ruv. Mini's been driving brilliantly this entire race until the rain. And he is absolutely struggling. Another second taken out of him then. In that sector as we come up to the hill. Sector 2 time, 27. Sector 2 time, 26. So they're closing up then. Just over a lap and a half to go. The rain is pouring down. Right now you're going to need you need the Titanic to drive around here right now. That's how much water there is. Tippy-toe conditions. Dan's going a little wide. Never mind about that. Let's see this battle up front with 1 lap to go. The gap is closed massively in the last few laps. It was about 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds about 4, 5, 6 laps ago. That gap's been cut down to a few tenths of a second then. Across the line, another 2 seconds out. 1 lap to go. We're on the final lap of the race. And who is going to win this race? Rob walking up a little bit there. Mini struggling there. You can see, look at the grip he's got through the corner. I'm surprised. Are you going to try and make a move any second here in the wet? See, the lights are on here. The fog is out as well. It's going to make life difficult for these drivers here. The car for ahead. Let's see, hopefully sees him coming. Oh, there's contact! And the lead goes to Rav. Look at the fog, look at the fog. It's chucking it down here. And Wav leads the US Grand Prix on the final lap of the race. And that would have been Super Dan who's made contact. You can almost see absolutely nothing as the car spins around there. And they keep going just about. For the final corner, another one round there. He runs a bit wide. There's going to be a run to the line. But I think it's all done. Rav wins the US Grand Prix by a few tenths to Mini there. Fantastic. Dance, on the other hand, currently third, driving an absolute brilliant race. I have never seen anything. Driving there as he almost as he does hit the back of. That'll be the back of Kim. That's not going to be too effective. Low as red 15 goes off the track. And a big congratulations there to the winner, Rav. Even though they're a bit controversial, he's run across the line. Dance third place, a storming drive for him. Absolutely brilliant from all the impact, all the carnage. He'll come across In third, the leader of earlier on as he spins into the barrier. That's not where the finish is. You've got to be careful there. He comes across the line. He'll have fourth. Fifth place across the line will be Broken Arrow. Raisley. He was doing so well. He could have won the race earlier. The rains dampened that chance. He'll come across the line. Sixth place. As we watch people like Bort, Damio there sliding through the corner. You can see, it's almost, look how dark it is out there. You can almost not see a thing. Actually saying that Bort is on lap 38. So, yeah. As a debate will be going on certainly after this race. So the chat is always debating what's going on here. As we watch Bort, who is a lap ahead of Damio. Super Dan's in the pit lane actually, so I think all the drivers are actually pitting in now. So the race is actually over now, I think. Although the time is not done yet, so no wait, the timer is, I've got another 90 seconds to go then. And the timer as we wait for those final drivers to cross the line. And yes, there were some unbelievable scenes there. Contact on the final lap, a switch between the leaders as Ocam becomes a bit of tarmac as the race is over. So the victory will go to Ruv. Mini second, Dan's third, fourth Red, fifth is Arrow, sixth Raisley, seventh Borth, Damio 8, Super Dan 9th, 10th is Kemp, 11th Geo, Ocam 12th, 13th will go to me. Yay for me. And maybe that's why the GT4 class is less experienced drivers, says Vector. I think that might be there with controversy on the last lap. Well, now it's time for my verdict. Who was the driver of the day? Well, undoubtedly, it will have to be to go to third place. Brilliant drive there from Dan's third place. It will be the driver of the day. And thank you for saying good commentary. But brilliant there. Stuff. Brilliant driving from all. Controversy. I'll keep going and wait for the chat to go and have their argument there. Let's see what happens, if anything happens indeed. I presume it might. Let's see. Waiting to see if anything happens. The date is set to the 21st September 2016, so that's the date if you're watching this a different day. It is September the 21st, which is a day behind what day actually is, because it's September the 22nd, which makes no sense at all, because congratulations, Rob, says Dance. I suppose when they watch back, they'll see what happened as I changed the date. But until then, as we wait for everyone to start to leave, in fact, I'll be the catalyst for that and leave myself. So you can see not a lot going on. Actually, my favourite location is Belgium there. If anyone didn't know, my signature car is a Formula C. With the 50 hours I've played, which is absolutely nothing compared to everyone else probably. But until next time, which will be, I can't remember what the next Grand Prix is, but it should be in 2 weeks' time as far as I'm correct. We shall see you then. So until then, goodbye.